Most people knew Doctor Doom coming to the MCU was bound to happen at some point given the upcoming releases of the Fantastic Four and Secret Wars films. But Robert Downey Jr., the man who started the MCU as Iron Man, is now tasked with the role of being Marvel's greatest supervillain. So these are the comics that I think RDJ should read to help prepare for his role as Doctor Doom. The first is a definitive Doom story, and it all starts with his origin. And I'm not talking about Fantastic Four Annual Number 2. What I am talking about is Books of Doom by Ed Brubaker and art by Pablo Raimondi. This is probably the most succinct backstory on Doom that there is. While Brubaker does create some of his own Doom lore, he does so while maintaining history that has already been laid out. This story I think is super important for RDJ to read and understand because 1, it's primarily told from Doom's perspective, and 2, it clearly gives us Doom's reasonings from the very beginning as a young boy through his college years as to what has shaped and molded him into who he is now. When you're talking about Doctor Doom comics, I feel like you just can't leave this story out. And that story is Doctor Strange and Doctor Doom: Triumph and Torment by Roger Stern, Mike Mignola, and Mark Badger. This story is all about how Doctor Doom teamed up with Doctor Strange, all in an effort to save his mother from Mephisto, all while in the depths of hell. I think this story perfectly sums up Doom's drive and ambition for why he does what he does, but also shows his humanity because he, like everyone else, has a mother, one that he cares about. Having RDJ understand Doom's drive and ambition is going to be a key part in playing the role. Also, I feel like this story really goes over Doom's backstory with magic really well as compared to other comics that just really haven't. If there's anything that Doom loves just as much as he loves himself, it's his country that he rules over, Latveria. With this story, Fantastic Four issue 247, with story and art by John Byrne, Doom is currently not the leader of Latveria as he was overthrown and now the country is run by Zorba. However, the people eventually despise their new ruler because Latveria turns into a lawless town. While Doom and the Fantastic Four are in Latveria and Doom is able to take control again. Fantastic Four find it very hard to believe that these Latverian citizens actually want Doom to be their leader and think that he's tricking them for most of the issue. While this isn't on the scale of the first 2 stories, I think RDJ having an understanding of how much Latveria means to Doom and vice versa plays an integral role in understanding the character of Doom. One of Doom's greatest strengths and weaknesses is his ego. Doom always does things that's in the best interest for himself, but sometimes he does things just because he's a petty son of a bitch. Now there's plenty of stories where we see Doom being petty. However, one of the most iconic and one of my favorite is from New Avengers issue number 24. Namor actually approaches Doom and asks him to help from the multiverse basically collapsing. But Doom eventually found out that Namor came to him as a last resort and not out of genuine help. Doom refuses to help and says Doom is no man's second choice. I truly think that Doom's pettiness is such a big part of his character that RDJ needs to know that Doom will do anything that pleases himself, even if that means he loses. While you probably saw this one coming, but given the fact that Doom plays such a pivotal role in Secret Wars, and given that that's going to be a film in 2027, this is going to be a must-read for RDJ. I think while you could argue that he needs to read all of Hickman's Avengers and Fantastic Four and Secret Wars, I think the biggest point of Secret Wars is that Doom is playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. He also emphatically wins while becoming a god. I mean, the man rips Thanos' skeleton directly out of his body, for goodness sake. And then he became a god, which was actually boring to him. He actually tells Valeria at one point that being a god was beneath him. This is a crucial read for RDJ, not only because it's most likely going to be adapted somewhat into the Secret Wars movie, but to understand how Doom is when he is the most powerful, but also has his weaknesses illuminated when he seemingly has everything he's ever wanted. What other Doctor Doom comics do you think RDJ should read to prepare for his role? Put them down below in the comments, and if you want more Marvel content just like this, please hit that like and subscribe button down below, and until the next video, Excelsior!